You will face disrespect. That's a guarantee. But the real question is, what will you do when it happens? Will you let it shake you, break you, or will you rise above it? See, most people react emotionally. They let someone's words or actions dictate how they feel, and suddenly their whole day is ruined. But here's the truth. No one controls you unless you give them that power. When someone disrespects you, stay in control. Don't let their negativity infect your mindset. You decide how you respond. The moment you lose control of your emotions, they win. And you're not here to lose. You teach people how to treat you by the standards you set. If you tolerate disrespect, you invite more of it. So make it clear through your actions, through your presence, that you demand respect, not by shouting, not by fighting, but by standing firm in who you are. Boundaries are not requests, they're rules. And the world will follow the rules you enforce. But here's the catch. Don't take it personally. Someone's disrespect is a reflection of them, not you. It's their insecurity, their weakness, their issues spilling over. When you realize that, you stop reacting like it's an attack on your worth. Because your worth, it's not up for debate. Now, when you do respond, do it with strength, not emotion. Anger, that's easy. Anyone can get mad. But power, that's in control, composure, and confidence. Look them in the eye, speak with certainty, and make it clear, without chaos, without drama, that you demand better. And above all, don't escalate, elevate. The best response to disresponse? Success. Prove them wrong by becoming undeniable. Let your results speak so loudly that their words become irrelevant. You don't just rise above it, you rise because of it. Because every challenge, every slight, every bit of doubt thrown your way, it's just fuel for your fire. Listen, life is unpredictable. People will test you, they will push your buttons, disrespect you, and try to get a reaction out of you. But here's the truth. No one controls you unless you let them. You are in charge of your mind, your emotions, and your energy. The second you let someone's words dictate how you feel, you've handed them the remote control to your life. And I don't know about you, but I refuse to let anyone else push my buttons. Think about it. When someone disrespects you, what's your first instinct? Maybe you feel the urge to snap back, to prove a point, to defend yourself. It's natural, but natural isn't always powerful. Anyone can react. Anyone can let their emotions get hijacked by someone else's negativity. That doesn't take strength. What takes strength is controlling yourself when everything inside you wants to explode. That's power. That's dominance over your own life. Because here's the reality. When you react emotionally, you are no longer in control. The person who disrespected you, they dictated your mood. They made you angry, frustrated, resentful. And now you're carrying that energy with you, not just in that moment, but into your day, into your work, into your relationships. It spreads like wildfire. And before you know it, their negativity has infected every area of your life. Why? Because you let them. I'll tell you this, strong people don't let weak people control them. If someone disrespects you, that says everything about them and nothing about you. A person who is truly secure, who is truly powerful, doesn't need to tear others down. They don't need to throw insults, manipulate, or try to belittle someone. That's the behavior of a weak, insecure person who feels the need to prove something. So why would you give someone like that the privilege of controlling your emotions? The moment you recognize that disrespect isn't about you, but about the person delivering it, you gain an edge. You detach from the situation, you see it for what it really is, not a personal attack, but a desperate attempt by someone else to feel superior. And when you see it that way, you don't react, you respond. And responding is different. Responding means you stay composed, you stay clear, and you take your power back. Maybe it's with silence. Maybe it's with a direct statement that commands respect. Maybe it's by simply walking away, because some people aren't even worth your energy. But whatever it is, you make the decision, not them. See, the greatest leaders, the most successful people in the world, they don't waste their time on petty battles. They don't get derailed by meaningless disrespect. Why? Because they're focused on something bigger. They don't have time to be offended because they're too busy winning. That's the mindset you need to have. You have a mission, a purpose, a vision for your life. And if you let every little act of disrespect knock you off course, you'll never get there. So ask yourself, is this moment of reaction worth my energy? Does proving a point to this person actually get me closer to my goals, or is it just another distraction? The moment you master this, your life changes because people will sense it. They will feel that you're not easily shaken. And let me tell you, when people realize they can't control your emotions, they stop trying. They move on. You become untouchable. So the next time someone disrespects you, take a breath, feel the reaction rise up inside of you, but don't act on it. Instead, smile, because now you know the truth. Their words don't define you. Their actions don't control you. You are in charge. And when you truly own that, nothing and no one can break you. People will treat you however you allow them to. That's the truth. If you tolerate disrespect, if you let it slide, if you brush it off over and over again, you are silently teaching people that it's okay. And if you don't set the standard for how you want to be treated, the world will set it for you. You get what you wish for in life, you get what you demand. Most people struggle with this because they're afraid of confrontation, afraid of upsetting someone, afraid of being seen as difficult. But let me ask you this. What's the cost of staying silent? What's the price of letting people walk all over you, of allowing disrespect to go unchecked? It costs you your confidence, it costs you your self-respect, it costs you the belief that you are worthy of better. And once you start losing those things, you start losing yourself. Setting boundaries isn't about being aggressive. It's not about yelling or proving a point. It's about making a decision that says, this is what I accept, this is what I do not accept, and anything that crosses this line has consequences. It's about being clear, firm, and unshakable in the way you carry yourself. Because when you respect yourself, the world follows your lead. People will test you. That's human nature. They will push to see what they can get away with. And the moment you let something slide, the moment you make an excuse for someone's disrespect, you've opened the door for more of it. That's why the strongest people, the most successful people, they don't hesitate to draw the line. Not because they're arrogant, not because they're cold, but because they value themselves enough to not entertain anything less than respect. Think about this. If you had $1 million in your hands, would you let someone just grab it from you? Would you stand there and let them take what belongs to you? Of course not. So why would you let someone take your peace, your energy, your self-worth without a fight? Your respect is worth more than money. Your dignity is priceless. But you have to act like it. The moment you set clear boundaries, you'll start seeing people react. Some won't like it. Some will push back. That's normal because the people who benefited from your lack of boundaries will always be the first to resist when you start enforcing them. And that's where most people cave. They feel guilty. They second guess themselves. They start to wonder, am I being too harsh? No, you're not being too harsh. You're finally valuing yourself the way you should have all along. The key is to be consistent. You can't say you won't tolerate disrespect and then let it slide just this once, because just this once turns into twice, 3 times, and before you know it, you're right back where you started. Boundaries are only as strong as your ability to enforce them. And enforcement doesn't mean screaming or arguing, it means action. If someone crosses a line, there are consequences. Maybe that means limiting their access to you. Maybe that means walking away from relationships that don't serve you. Maybe that means speaking up and letting them know in no uncertain terms, I will not allow this. And let me tell you something. When you start enforcing boundaries, you start attracting different people into your life. The wrong ones will leave and the right ones will respect you more. Because strong people respect strong people. Confident people respect confident people. And the moment you make it clear that you demand respect, you stop settling for anything less. Some of you need to hear this. You are not here to be a doormat. You are not here to constantly shrink yourself to make others comfortable. You are here to be powerful, to stand tall, to demand what you deserve without apology. And if someone can't respect that, that's their problem, not yours. So from this moment forward, make the decision. No more tolerating what drains you. No more excusing behavior that disrespects you. No more allowing people into your space who don't value you. Set the boundaries, stand by it, and watch how your world changes. Disrespect is never really about you. It feels personal. It feels like an attack. But the truth is, it's a reflection of the person delivering. It comes from their insecurities, their frustrations, their fears. And when you start to understand that, you stop giving it power. You stop carrying it with you. You stop letting it dictate how you feel about yourself. Most people take disrespect straight to the heart. Someone says something rude, dismisses them, undervalues them, and immediately they internalize it. They start questioning themselves. Am I not good enough? Did I do something wrong? And that's exactly how you give someone else control over your emotions. But what if instead of absorbing it, you just observed it? What if instead of letting it sink in, you let it bounce right off? Because when you truly know your worth, someone else's opinion doesn't shake you. Think about it. If a stranger walked up to you and said, the sky is green, would you get upset? Would you argue with them? Of course not, because, that's ridiculous. You wouldn't waste your time trying to convince them otherwise. That's the same way you need to treat disrespect. When someone throws negativity at you, it's not the truth, it's their truth, and their truth has nothing to do with you. People who feel the need to disrespect others are usually carrying something heavy inside. Maybe they feel small, so they try to make others feel smaller. Maybe they're insecure, so they look for ways to put someone else down to boost themselves up. Maybe they're dealing with pain they don't know how to process, so they lash out at whoever is closest. But their wounds are not your responsibility. Their baggage is not yours to carry. You can control how they act, but you can control how much space you give their words in your mind. And here's what's interesting. When you don't take it personally, you respond differently. You don't get defensive. You don't feel the need to prove anything. You don't waste your energy on people who don't deserve it. You stay grounded, you stay focused, and you stay in your power. And that's when you truly become unshakable. Look at the most successful, the most confident people in the world. Do you think they waste their time getting offended by every little comment, every bit of criticism, every person who doubts them? No, they don't have time for that. They're too busy winning. They're too busy building, growing, creating. And that's the mindset you need. The moment you shift from, why are they treating me this way, to this isn't about me, you take back your power. So the next time someone disrespects you, take a step back. Don't react. Don't engage. Just observe. See it for what it is, a reflection of them, not you. And then ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Because the people who throw negativity at you, they're hoping you take it personally. They want you to react. They want to pull you into their chaos. But when you refuse, when you stay calm, when you remain unaffected, you show them that their words mean nothing. And that's the real win. Not proving a point, not putting them in their place, but showing through your own confidence and composure that you are on a completely different level, that their disrespect is background noise, that you know who you are, and not one single person gets to change that. Because the moment you master this, you become unstoppable. Most people think power is about being the loudest person in the room, about showing aggression, about forcing respect out of others. But real power is control. It's the ability to stay calm when others lose their cool. It's knowing how to respond instead of reacting. It's standing firm without needing to shout. Because the moment you let your emotions take over, you give your power away. Disrespect is designed to provoke you. It's meant to trigger a reaction, to pull you into a battle you never needed to fight. And that's why most people lose, not because they weren't right, but because they let their emotions dictate their actions. The second you explode in anger, the second you let frustration take over, you've let the other person win. They got to you. They controlled you. They made you behave in a way that wasn't on your term. And that's weakness. Strength is control. Strength is composure. Strength is knowing that no matter what's thrown at you, you will not be moved. That doesn't mean you don't address disrespect. It doesn't mean you let people walk all over you. It means you handle it with precision. You respond strategically, not emotionally. Because the truth is, the person who keeps their cool is the one who holds the real power in any situation. Think about it. Have you ever seen someone lose it in an argument, raise their voice, get worked up, let their emotions spill all over the place? What happens? They lose credibility, they lose respect, they look unstable, like they've lost control. And the person who stays calm, the person who speaks with certainty, with clarity, with unshakable confidence, they dominate the entire situation. You don't need to yell to be heard. You don't need to lash out to make a statement. The most powerful people in the world command respect not through noise, but through presence, through certainty, through the quiet confidence of someone who doesn't need validation from anyone. That's the kind of strength you need to develop. And the way you do that is simple. Stop reacting. The next time someone disrespects you, take a pause. Don't let their words dictate your response. Don't let their energy become yours, because the moment you absorb someone else's negativity, they win. Instead, take a breath, look at the situation for what it is, ask yourself, what's the best way to handle this that keeps me in control? Because that's what matters. Staying in control, staying in power. Some people think staying calm is weak, that if you don't snap back, if you don't fight fire with fire, you're letting them win. But that's just not true. Staying calm isn't weakness. It's discipline. It's self-mastery. And nothing commands respect more than a person who cannot be shaken, no matter what's thrown at them. When you stay calm, you think clearer. You make better decisions. You don't burn bridges you might need later. You don't let a 5-second moment of anger cause damage that lasts for years. You handle the situation in a way that leaves no question about who's in charge. And the beauty of it, when people realize they can't get a reaction out of you, they stop trying. When they see that their words don't shake you, that their disrespect doesn't touch you, they lose their power. You become untouchable, and that is the ultimate advantage. So from this moment forward, make the decision, no more reacting, no more letting people push your buttons, no more giving away your power to people who don't deserve it. You are in control. You decide how you respond. And when you master that, there is nothing that can break you. Not everyone deserves access to you. That's the truth. The people you allow into your life, the people you give your time and energy to, that's a privilege, not a right. And if someone consistently disrespects you, if they bring negativity into your space, if they drain you more than they uplift you, then it's time to cut them off. Not with anger, not with resentment, but with clarity, with certainty, with the understanding that your peace, your energy, and your self-respect are non-negotiable. Too many people stay in toxic environments because they think they have to. They tolerate disrespect because they're afraid of confrontation, afraid of being alone, afraid of what will happen if they walk away. But let me tell you something, nothing good comes from holding on to what's breaking you. Nothing powerful grows in a space filled with negativity. And if you surround yourself with people who don't respect you, who don't value you, who don't bring out the best in you, then you are choosing to limit yourself. The people in your life are either fueling your growth or they are holding you back. And the way you know the difference, pay attention to how you feel after being around them. Do you feel stronger, more motivated, more clear about where you're going? Or do you feel drained, frustrated, small? Because energy doesn't lie. The people you spend the most time with are shaping your mindset, your habits, your future. And if you keep entertaining those who bring nothing but disrespect into your life, you are making it that much harder for yourself to rise. Cutting people off doesn't mean you hate them. It doesn't mean you wish them harm. It simply means you've chosen to prioritize yourself. And that is not selfish. That is necessary. Because if you don't protect your space, if you don't guard your energy, the wrong people will rob you of your peace before you even realize it's gone. Some people won't like it when you start creating distance. They'll call you cold. They'll call you arrogant. They'll try to make you feel guilty for walking away. But listen to me, anyone who truly respects you will never be offended by your boundaries. The people who get upset when you stop tolerating their behavior, they were benefiting from your lack of boundaries in the first place, and that's exactly why you need to let them go. You don't owe anyone unlimited access to your life. You don't owe anyone an explanation for choosing yourself. You don't have to justify why you no longer want to be in spaces that drain you. Your peace, your self-worth, your time, that is yours to protect. And the second you decide to cut out the people who no longer serve you, you make room for the ones who do. Look around at the people in your life. Be honest with yourself. Are they lifting you up or are they tearing you down? Are they adding to your life or are they taking from it? Because at the end of the day, you are the sum of the people you surround yourself with. If you want to elevate, if you want to grow, if you want to become the best version of yourself, then you need to be ruthless about who you let in your space. Disrespect has no place in your life. Negativity has no place in your life. And the people who continuously bring those things, they don't deserve a seat at your table. So let them go. Walk away with your head high, knowing that you are protecting something priceless. Your energy, your self-respect, your future. Because when you do that, when you truly commit to only allowing what aligns with your growth, you will see everything in your life shift. The right people will come, the right opportunities will appear, and you'll realize that letting go of the wrong ones was the most powerful decision you ever made.